Hey everyone, it's me Donna. I'm back with another video that relates to ideas that I have that I think would be great for my small town or any small town out there. I come up with these ideas. My brain is just like exploding with ideas for businesses and just entertainment, things like that. And I just want to share them. I mean, what the heck, you know? Um, Recently, the town that I live in, Russellville, Alabama, has a new restaurant that's also like a hotel or an inn. It has like, I think, five, according to the paper, it said that it had 5 rooms and I think a few banquet halls. It has, I think, a stage in the restaurant, things like that, which I think is great because it's adding some flavor to this area. I think that would be nice. And I was excited because I'd heard about it like a few months back, and I thought, am I hearing things, because I was asking people, and they're like, have you heard this such and such place? And they're like, no, but finally it came out in the paper, and they're fixing to do, I think, like a grand opening and all that. So I think that's great. I think that's wonderful. I'm glad to see this happen in this area. The only thing that I'm concerned with would be that there's not enough activity within this town to cause people to come here and stay at this inn. Which, I mean, I know initially there's going to be some interest, and I'm not knocking it, and I hope this place stays. I think it would be wonderful. I think it'd be a great asset to this community, and I mean, I hope they stay for years to come. But there needs to be something else going on within this town to generate tourism and, a reason for people to come from out of town or other places. Because, if you'll notice, a lot of times when there's any kind of new business that comes in, at first there's going to be a lot of people that come in, a lot of people, local people that draw interest, but then things wane. People start losing interest. The new wears off. And that's when you've got to find ways to generate new activity, even from outsiders, which I think them having a stage is wonderful. And I'm not trying to tell other people how to run their business because, that's not my thing. But I think if they could get, like, say, like with the stage, get different acts to come in and perform, I think that would be a good idea to keep people coming in and to maintain even local interest. If you can get a few different acts from, different genres of music or maybe even comedy or speakers, someone who speaks about a popular thing that interests people. And my advice would be to stay away from politics. Anything related to that, or anything deeply religious or anything like that. I just think that if you kind of cater to the average person's interest, then I think that something could do pretty good. So yeah, but honestly though, to maintain, an interest in people coming back or coming here in the first place, there needs to be a reason for these people to come here. So that's why I just keep, coming up with these ideas. Although some of them may seem far-fetched and I guess financially may be impossible, but still, I can't, I have these ideas and I still want to share them. And maybe someone can take the idea and come up with their version of it, or or take it as far as they can, So My latest ideas have to do, I may have touched on this before, I'm not sure, because I've had, different ideas and I've made a few different videos. One idea that I have is an outside-in drive-in car theater. What it basically is, it's an inside movie theater that plays, the latest movies and everything, and maybe even some old movies that people hold dear to their hearts, especially like 1940s, 50s type shows, have like a few matinees and stuff, dealing with that every so often or at a certain time of day or night or whatever. But okay, basically the theater would be, like I said, inside theater, okay, but it will be made to resemble the outside, as if you're coming to a real drive-in theater. I mean, it won't be completely real to life, but I mean, it will be somewhat. It will give you that atmosphere, okay. In my idea, and I'm sure someone else has already done this. I mean, this idea to me would seem like something, but I'm just adding my flair to it. Okay, basically, you have your theater, and it is made of the walls. You got your big screen, and then the walls will be painted to, with trees and woods and things like that to make it appear as if you are outside, okay? And the ground, the carpet or whatever will be made to look like grass, like green or whatever, green carpeting or whatever, or even just a green floor, however it could be done, or it doesn't have to be. I'm just saying that's just an idea. I don't know, that may not work out, but anyway, I'm just saying. Okay, and there can be like a concession stand like area to where people can buy their popcorn and soda or, whatever, snacks, whatever, a burger, whatever you choose. You can order it from the concession stand. Okay, and it will be set up with these car-like seating areas. They look like basically like big plastic actual, I guess, smaller car-sized seating areas, and it will look like they're cars, and people can come and sit in them. Like each little area could hold up to maybe 5 or 6 people, and it's almost as if someone cut the top off of a car, but the whole thing will be kind of plastic, a little bit of metal, whatever, and you sit down inside of it, and it gives you the experience of sitting in a car at a drive-in. And beside you is like a little speaker area where the sound comes through. Or the sound could come through the whole building, surround sound or whatever. But you have like a little thing to where you can talk to, I guess maybe a speaker area to talk to the people at the concession stand. Like if you're sitting there and you don't want to get up and go back to the concession stand, you can just place your order right there and talk to someone, and they can bring your order out to you. And maybe it can be set up to where you can put your debit or credit card right there and pay for your order, or someone could come out kind of like a car hop and bring your order. And then beside you or in between or however one wants to do it, they can set up an area for you to set your drinks and your snacks and things like that. And you would have a wonderful experience and feel as if you are outside at a drive-in. I think that would be very nostalgic for some people. And the good thing is it would be open year-round. You wouldn't have to, because a lot of your drive-ins, it only, it's only like through the summer months. And, then through the winter, and that's the thing in this area. On the 4-lane, we have a drive-in, but it is closed during the winter months. So I just think that it would be nice to have an actual movie theater that is, year round. And it would add some flavor to it, instead of just being a regular movie. Even though I would love for us to have a regular inside movie theater, it would be nice to have like that kind of touch to it. It would add interest and a little bit of flavor. So, and also, because I'm on this hologram kick for some reason, I just keep thinking of all the different things people can do with holograms. So it would be nice if they had it set up to while you were sitting there watching your movie, it can look like there's little glow bugs and things like that flying around, and you can see them like spark up. Lightning bugs is what I'm trying to say. I hate it when I have brain freezes like that. Oh, that drives me crazy. But yeah, you look like, looks like there can be little lightning bugs hanging out in the air and stuff. I mean, that would be kind of neat. You just be sitting there watching a movie and you just glance over and see something like that. I just think that would spark a little interest, and maybe even hear occasionally crickets, things like that. Just something to make you think, oh, this feels like I'm outside. I really think that would be of interest. Okay? So that's one idea. Another idea is like a big inside, kind of like a mall, but yet it's going to have extra things in it, like a water park where and to where it will make like waves. They have like a wave maker and a beach, and of course this is done in different malls already. There's nothing new in regards to that, but I think that would be nice. It would add a nice touch to to have that, and people can come and swim and feel like they're on the beach year round. Have an area within this big mall to like a garden area to where people can walk around and take different paths and feel like they're in a garden. Also, have it look as if you're walking down the street, like a brick street area, and go into different shoplets, and have it set up to where it is like a 24-hour thing, to where it will go from daylight to nighttime. And this has been done, and it's kind of popular in some areas, where you look up at the sky and or the roof, and it will look like the sky, and it will have, like, if it's nighttime, it will have look like stars. And then daytime, you have your things that look like clouds, and just, you know what I mean, just different things regarding that. I think that would be interesting. And like I said, you have all your shops and stuff, and then you have your regular main mall area where people can go in, and it actually feels like a big mall, to where kids can hang out, or anybody can hang out and just enjoy themselves, and maybe even have like a water fountain, something like that. And I know nowadays everybody's saying malls are dead and all that, but you know what? Why not bring it back? But when you bring it back, learn from the past. People do get bored, and stagnation has been a big part of the problem. Malls got to where they were mostly just depending on the merchandise to sell. And they don't understand. People want entertainment. Especially this generation. People, or any time, any generation that has ever been, people want entertainment. People want to enjoy themselves and get their minds off of negativity in life. It's a natural thing. People want escapism. I don't care who you are. Why have people written books over the years? Why did Shakespeare create plays? Even though they may be tragic or whatever, but still it gets people's minds off their own problems, and they can focus on that. And the good part is they can walk away from that, and it may help them think, but it doesn't affect them. It's not a part of their own actual lives. So it's just a human thing. It's just something that I have learned. It is a human thing to want escapism. So that's what companies need to do. You got to give people that entertainment and that escapism. If you're going to survive, if you're going to, to really do well, give that. Don't just sell a product. Give people a reason to come to your business in the first place. And especially a mall. People want that. I just think that this would be a good idea. Just add different things within the mall. And I know this costs money. And that's why I guess it would be good to have, good investors, or a good grant, or, just some way to make it happen. And I know that may seem like an impossible thing, especially for a small town, but if a person believes in it enough, they can make it happen, and it could put a small town on the map. Especially if you've got the area, if you've got the traffic coming in and the land to do it on, you can make it happen. And most likely it will bring in a heck of a lot more traffic. If you give people a reason to come and a reason to spread the word, you can really make something happen. And if it's done right, now you got all these codes and these things. Just make sure if you're going to do it, make sure it's up to code. If you skimp out, that's when, these inspectors and stuff are going to hit you. I've been watching different videos about places that have, they'll pop up a mall and stuff, but unfortunately somebody skimped somewhere, or somebody didn't get the right paperwork, didn't get the right whatever, and next thing you know, they were hit with all these fines, and in a perfectly good malls were shut down because somebody didn't do something. Just one little something, somebody didn't do it, and it caused, that people, the investors and owners or whatever were hit with all these big fines, and it wasn't worth it then, But like I said, also you've got to bring in that interest. You can't just slap in some shops. You've got to give people a reason to come. And plus, it would give more kids jobs, especially teenagers. Can you imagine if you were working at a place where they dealt with like a beach area? If it was big enough. And I'm talking about a pretty good long stretch of area to where people can feel like they're on a beach, or, real beach. And, have somebody that, teenagers that sell or rent the little boogie boards or whatever. It would be something different than working at McDonald's. I'm not knocking McDonald's. I'm not knocking any fast food, because it's a job. It's a job for us adults. It's jobs, and I'm not knocking it for that reason, but still people would like something better, and I think that if you can get these jobs going in an area, you can give more pride to the teenagers, more pride to the adults. It would just be something different, and especially at dealing with tourism, it would be nice. It would be great. And I've got more ideas that I will most likely be sharing in some more videos, but and I may even create an animation based around some more of these ideas to kind of give like a demonstration of what I'm talking about. Because I can tell it, but still, if I could visualize it, actually give people a visual image of it, I think it would make it better. And I hope that someone out there is listening, someone from, either investor or, industrial relations or, whatever. If you're out there listening, please listen to what I'm saying, and please try to create something, and like I said in some of my past videos, I think having museums would be awesome. Different types, historical, art, observatory, science. You got a few of those types of museums, you'll bring people in, and it would really help. It would help with jobs, help with tourism, and spark an interest in something. And I just think that would be good for culture, good for everything. So if you're out there, please listen to my ideas and watch my videos about it. I would really appreciate it. And I appreciate all the subscribers that I can get. I really, really appreciate your support. So thank you all and have a good day. Bye.